Morning, Maverick and Goose, CMC. How'd all you guys survive the storm last night? Good morning, Modern Steaders. So we didn't get the tropical storm that bad last night. Whatever it was, we slept through it. So it wasn't as bad as what they were calling for our area. What'd you ladies think? As I was getting ready to walk out here, I got a phone call from the post office. Our meat birds are in. That makes 160 meat birds that we've gotten here on the homestead for this year. That's the most we've ever raised on our homestead. I know a lot of people think that's a lot of chicken for a family of 3. We'll talk about that a little bit more later on, but we're gonna end up eating most of that ourselves. We didn't get any hard winds or anything that woke us up last night, but we must have got some good rain because Gina's flower bed's all knocked over. It was looking so pretty.
How do you fix that?
Hopefully our corn's still
Maybe
standing.
it'll just pop up by itself.
Well, I'm not exactly sure what happened here with this fence. I don't know if the wind blew it over last night or what happened. There we go. 'Cause that was all standing up nicely when we went to bed last night. Can you believe it? We get to pick up our 160th meat bird for the homestead this year.
Wow.
I know, right? We've already
processed,
what, 76?
Oh.
And then we have 40 in the brooder, and then 40 today. Or maybe more than 40. I might have ordered more than 40 this time, I don't remember.
I think we did 45.
I think we did 45.
We couldn't decide if we wanted 40 or 50, so we got 45.
Correct. So it'll actually be more than 160 meat birds. There'll be 165 meat birds here in the homestead that we've raised. We're gonna have chicken. We do. Morning, Buttercup. Look like you got a bowl of cereal there, girl. Sounds like it too. I was gonna start another project this morning in the greenhouse, but we need to get the meat birds from the post office and we need to shuffle around the meat birds that are in the brooder into the chicken coop for now. So that's gonna take up a little bit of time. So the project that we were gonna start today, it's custom work, so that takes time. So today's not a good day to start that. Look at it, girls. You got a nice mud wallow for later on today when it warms up. It's supposed to get in the 80s. Man, that bacon area is looking tasty. They're gonna make some nice food for us this winter. Oh, I'm very thankful for that. You all done, Buttercup? Saving the rest for Ivy. What, you don't even want an apple this morning? You're already all appled out? You've had enough for the season? Come on and Hope. Ivy. You come and Blossom. There you go. Nora waits on the other side because she likes to eat out of the scoop. She likes to get a little nibble. Hope, what? I think Hope's getting jealous. Now she's trying to get in the feeder. No, you gotta get down, Hope. I've never seen her get in the feeder before. Well, I just saw Hope get into the hay feeder for the first time, like little P.
How did she even fit in there?
I think barely.
Oh, little P fits in there, I guess.
Yeah, but so Nora every morning likes to eat a little alfalfa pellets out of the scoop. And I think Hope kind of gets jealous of that, so right after that, Hope jumped into the feeder.
Ready? You're supposed to eat during milking.
All right, ladies. Yesterday, we had 2 Easter eggs layers lay us 2 eggs for the first time. How many eggs are we gonna get today? And are any new chickens gonna start laying? So that white one right there is an Easter egg layer, and that tan one back there is an Easter egg layer. Be interesting to see how many eggs we end up with today. All right, let's get the coop ready for the meat birds right now. When we took Olivia's egg laying flock out of here and put them on pasture, we cleaned this coop out. So now we need to put fresh bedding down. I'll take the divider door out and we'll shoo the chickens over here, then we can clean the brooder out and get everything nice and fresh for all the chicks. So these meat birds are 2 weeks old. I want them to be a little bit more feathered out before we put them out on pasture. So I'm going to say about another week-ish, and we should be able to put them out on pasture. And the reason why I say ish is it doesn't really depend on how old they are. To me it matters how feathered out they are and how big they are with our weather. We've been getting chilly at night lately, down in the 50s and 60s, and it's been very damp, so I don't want to put them out there when they're not strong and healthy enough to be outside, and then we'll end up losing quite a few. So I'm going to try to herd them through, get them over here, and I'll put the divider back up. And then I got to clean out this side. They like staying together all in one corner. Whether they're in the coop, the brooder, or out on pasture. No matter how much room you give the meat birds, they love staying close together like herd animals, and they'll stay on top of each other as much as they can. It always amazes me every time I clean the brooder how much poo these little chickens can make. We clean this at least once a week, if not more, and it's amazing. We're always adding more shavings to it. But it's going to make great fertilizer for the garden next year. That's one of the reasons why I don't mind having those chickens in the chicken coop a little bit longer. So that means we'll be able to capture more of their poo and compost it for the garden next year. When they're out on pasture, they're fertilizing the pasture, but we can't collect that for the garden if we need it. I don't like to put the shavings too thick because when the chicks, we first get them, they're very small, and if you put too many shavings in here, they just really kick it all up into their feed and their water. So I just like to have a little thin layer for the first week or so. You guys ready for breakfast now? A nice clean home and fresh breakfast. Can you get up that high? We'll have to see. I almost forgot to open up the greenhouse. We've been spoiled lately. I've been able to keep the sides and the doors opened up all the time. But yesterday with that tropical storm coming and we had strong winds, I closed it all up. There was no sun and it was really windy, so I didn't want the wind getting through here and ruining the tomato plants and stuff. And the sun is out now, so we need to open it up before the plants overheat. And that was going to be the project that I worked on today, but we're going to have to put that on the back burner because we got the meat birds we had to go pick up. But right now it's like 70 outside, and already in here it is 90. So we need to get the sides up. Let's get this back door opened up first. Let in a cross breeze. I had also closed the sides up because if we get a heavy rain and the sides are open, the rain just comes off the bottom and pours into the side of the greenhouse and it washes off the inside row. And I didn't want the potato bed getting washed out where there's no potatoes in there to hold everything together. It really would have got eroded. Now it's not every day you get to go tell your wife you want to pick up chicks and not get in trouble for it. We got, I don't remember if it's 40 or 45 chicks we're picking up today. So we're gonna take a ride to the post office and we're gonna find out. Well, not sure what we got, but they asked me to drive around back because we got quite a few packages, so I guess we're gonna find out. She did. All right, we got our chicks. Let's get back to the homestead. This bat sure is noisy. I'm glad we don't got a long ride. They never stop peeping the whole ride home. I'm glad it's not any further of a ride than it is. I'm sure glad to get out of there. That was a loud ride home. Let's see if they've quieted down at all. Yep, I guess they just don't like the vibration of driving. Now I like dipping each one of their beaks in water. And I can put my hands on every chick, count them if I remember. That doesn't always happen. But then I can at least see how every one of the chicks are doing. So this one doesn't have our invoice tape on the inside, so that'll be the other box and it'll tell us how many chicks we have. They're all looking healthy and well, so. 1, 2, getting a drink already after I popped his mouth in there. 3, 4. So I like doing it like this. 5. Then they know right away where the water is, and if they're thirsty, they'll keep drinking. 6. 7. 8. These meat birds come from McMurray Hatchery. 22. 36. Now we can get out the other box. Hold on, we need some room. Alright. This should have our invoice stickered on the top. Yep. So we have 45 plus 1, so there should be 46. So there should be 10 in here. We didn't get another free chick because the free chicks are egg layers. And I figured this time of the year, we don't need another little baby egg layer chick on the homestead because they take longer to grow up. One, 10. Perfect. So it's 46 meat birds. Let's take the mule up and go get another chick feeder for them that's out by the chicken tractors that we had the other meat birds in. So that makes 166 meat birds that we've brought in on the homestead this year. That's crazy. Last year we did 50. We've upped it just a little bit. We're leaving this whole setup over here because when we put our meat birds back outside next time, we're gonna put them right here and then just start coming down this part of the pasture and fertilizing this part of the pasture, letting our chickens eat it over here. So, but I need another feeder for now, which we have it right here, and we need a waterer also. Ooh, my foot. And then I have our organic chick starter mash right here for that batch of meat birds. Might as well train these meat birds to this style waterer now. Get them used to it before they get out on pasture. It's amazing how fast they figure it out. By the time we come back and do afternoon chores today, there'll be chickens on there drinking out of it. I'll show you this afternoon. These are our turbo feeders that we get these from Coops and more, and they work really well for our meat birds. You guys want some feed? You'll figure that out in a minute or two also. They're already headed over there. I don't know if you can see or not, but the meat birds are using that water. And then these ones are eating out of the grain bucket. I know if I open the door, I'm gonna scare them off, so I'll see if we can get a better view of them later on. It always amazes me where we live this time of the year. It starts getting cooler at night, but it's pretty humid, and the weeds still grow like crazy. We weed whacked this area not that long ago, and it needs it again. I made sure I left a pretty flower for Gina. I didn't want to weed whack that down. I'm not sure what kind of weed this was, but it has a pretty fragranty smell when you're weed whacking it.
We have a bunch of zucchinis that we've picked, so I'm going to go ahead and take the smaller ones and then this summer squash, and I'm going to dehydrate them and cut the ends off. And I'm just going to cut in half again and then have it. And for this, the seeds are tiny, so I'm going to leave the seeds in this. Yeah, that looks like a perfect size. It's so fast. And once I get this one zucchini down, I'm going to go ahead and set it on trays because they take up a lot of room and then they dehydrate to just a small amount, which is really funny. I did not shred the way I wanted. Okay. You just want to make sure you leave some space. You don't want to overcrowd them because then they don't have room for the air to flow through and to dry.
Lila, I sing the song for you. You're beautiful, even when you're down. You know this, but never talk yourself out of it. Lila, it's all inside your head. Eleanor Roosevelt said, no one can make you feel inferior without your consent. So let your light shine without holding it in.
Just that one zucchini took up a little over 2.5 trays. So I'm just going to set this aside and do another zucchini.
When you feel the harmony, smile with the sons of the galaxies.
Now I'm going to do the summer squash, and this will probably take up the rest of my 3 trays. This one is a little bit on the big side, but the skin doesn't seem too bad, so should be okay. So
Lila, would you play yourself small? Such a waste. Lila, the key to it is never look back and let your light shine without holding it in. Love yourself and don't give in. And when you feel the harmony, smile with the suns and let your light shine without holding it in. Love yourself and don't give in. And when you feel the harmony, smile with the sons of the galaxies.
All right, so now all the trays are in here and I'm gonna just put the door back on. I'm gonna do 125 here and then I'm gonna do my time to 7 hours. And at this moment, I'm just going to cut it in half and then half it again. So that way I can go ahead and dig the seeds out. So we have 12 2-cup bags, so that means we can do 24 breads or well, however many muffins it makes. So, or whatever we want to use this for. So I'm excited to put this in our freezer.
Zucchini breads are in our future. I hope you laid your eggs in NYC before you left. You African goose. Yes, sir, Moose. How many eggs do you think?
9.
9? I'm gonna say 12. Why, hello there. I hope you're sitting on quite a few eggs. But I hope you did. Oh, you did break one. Oh, man. I got one broken egg. Gross. And then we got some messy ones. 1, 2, 4, 5, 7. This lady's been sitting in here, but she doesn't even sit on any eggs.
She didn't sit on any eggs?
Nope, she didn't yesterday either.
How many?
7 so far.
7.
Hopefully we have more over at your new
Yeah.
egg-laying flock.
Go some pussy?
It's beautiful outside, girls. You should all be outside, not hiding in the barn. Hope, Ivy, where are you hiding? Only 7 eggs. I know.
Over here?
We haven't checked over there yet. Oh, that's right. This other chicken usually lays over here by the hay bales. Did you get some apples for the pigs?
I did.
They're gonna love you. No egg? Uh-oh.
I knew there was one here. I knew it.
Hopefully Olivia's flock laid some today. We'll make the pig some apple cobbler. There we go. Whew. Sheesh. You scared me when you did that. Why do you have to touch that fence all the time? Don't you know by now? Again? Come on, honey. Don't do it. Here's your apple cobbler. Sounds like you're enjoying it. All right, ladies, moment of truth. Did you lay us any eggs today? Let's see. Survey says the black copper Moran laid one. That's a fake once they know where to lay. Ooh, we got one right here. So one of the Easter egg layers is laying again. And that is it.
So this zucchini and summer squash was in there for 7 hours. on 125 degrees, and I think it did a great job. And it just breaks apart. It was 2 zucchinis and a summer squash. And this is what I get. So I'm just gonna put this in here with the cap on tight, and then I'll be using it for soups and stews and whatever else I can think of.
If you guys have anything special you'd like us to see to try doing with some of our vegetables, leave it in the comments down below. We're always looking to try new things, and maybe there's something you want to see that we're not showing you right now. Thanks for coming along on our homesteading journey with us, guys. You're a huge blessing to us in our homestead. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, now's a great time to do it. And we thank everybody who is subscribed, and we'll see you guys right back here in the next video at Lumnah Acres.